Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Introduction to Computing, COSC 1301, Section V. Okay, Summer 2, 2026. The course ran from July 8, which is Wednesday, through August 7, right? August 7 is on Friday, right? So hopefully on the 6th, on August 6th, Thursday, we can finish all the course materials, all right? So the course description. The course description is an overview of computer systems, hardware, operating system, the internet, and application software, including word processing, spreadsheet presentation, graphics, and databases. Current topic such as the effect of computer in a society and the history and use of computers in business, educational, and other interdisciplinary settings are also studied. This course is not intended to count toward the student major field of study in business and computer science, and there is no prerequisites. Hi everyone, my name is Robert Ho, and I will be the instructor of the record for this course, and my information is below, right? My email address is shoushin2@southtexascollege.edu, and my office is in building M149, Pecan Campus, McAllen, and my phone number is 872-2194. You can leave a message and I will answer your call within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, my office hour for the summer is 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. online through Blackboard, and Tuesday and Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. online through Blackboard. So if you log into Blackboard, I have an icon here. It's called office hour, and we are using this Pronto instant messaging, right? So I will be available here, right? We are on section, okay, V22, yes. Let me put this, hello everyone, welcome to COSC 1301 course. There, right? So I have mine here. I have another section, but it's not appear here. So let me see if I can find this, which is V32. Oh, it's not in here. So reason, okay, is only one section, which is okay. The V33 is not showed up. Hopefully it will show up later. Okay. Okay. Let me see if this one. Oh no, because I have two sections, V32 and V33. Apparently V33 is not showed up. Excuse me. Okay, so here is my information, right? In case you want to contact my program chair or the department chair, here is his information. His name is Mr. Said Molki, and his office is in Building M, room 150, Pecan Campus. So as academic concerns arise between an STC student and a faculty member, the students should first discuss the matter with the faculty member, which is me, myself, as an instructor, during the faculty member office hour. If the matter is not resolved, the student may then discuss the matter with the program chair. However, I usually resolve it most of the time. All the issues are resolved within first level, which is at the office. Okay, so what is the PLO and CLO? Make sure that students read the course learning outcome. So let me read this one, right? So we have 4 course learning outcome, or CLO, and there is no PLO, or program learning outcome. The first one describe the fundamental of computing infrastructures, components like hardware, application software, operating system, and data communication system. Second, delineate and discuss societal issues related to computing, including the guiding principle of professional and ethical behavior. The third one, demonstrate the ability to create and use document, spreadsheet presentation, and databases in order to communicate and store information as well as to support problem solving. The fourth one, describe the need and ways to maintain security in a computing environment. So student, at the end of the semester, students should accomplish these 4 course learning outcomes. Okay. In any classes that you take at the college, be sure to read the course learning outcome. Okay, this will help you to understand what the material will be covered throughout the semester. Okay, required core objective. We have critical thinking, communication skill, empirical and quantitative skill, and the last one is personal responsibilities. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Core objective, I think we discussed this already. Course requirement. Okay, this is very important, so make sure you pay attention. All right. So the graded work, the course grading structure is based on the following. Office assignment like labs, which consists of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access database is 20% of the grade. I have about 3 labs on each this topic. So maybe throughout the semester, we will have about 12 to 15 labs exercise. Okay. That's worth 20% of the grade. Then we have office skill test. Once student do all the labs, then I will give you a test, skill test on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access database. Okay. For quizzes, we have quizzes throughout the semester, which is 10% of the grade, right? This is based on the here. The quizzes is, these are the lab portion, the Office 2016 portion, and the second part is the computer concept, right? Computer concept, these are computer concept consists of this 6 items here. Computer basic, basic computer skill, computer basic, basic computer skills, window basic, internet basic, internet safety, and internet safety for kids. Okay, so those are computer concepts. So if I go back there, we have quizzes, and then the final 10% and 10%. That's 20% of the course grade. And then when we cover this computer concept, you will be evaluated on the final exam, okay, which is worth 10%. Throughout the semester, we're going to have a discussion or assignment. That's 10% of the course grade. The last part is this one. We have a Google certificate, which counts 30% of your grade, right? We have Google Prompting Essential, then you have AI Essential, and then we have Accelerated Job Search with AI, okay? These are worth 30% of the course grade. So if you add all of this and you get all 100, then student will get an A, which is 100. So just to recap, right? Basically, we have 3 items here. The first one is Office, right? Office 2016, that's the lab. And then we have computer concepts, right? Computer concept consists of the items that I just mentioned here, from computer basic to internet safety. And the last part is the, what you call it, the Google certificate, okay? I would suggest that students print this syllabus and read this a few times until you fully understand. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me email, and then I will reply to you as soon as possible. By the way, for sending messages, I prefer you communicate through here, okay, messages. So I'm going to click here, new messages. I'm going to send to all of you. If you want to just send to me, you just click my name there. because if you click student, then it will send to all of the students in the class. In my case, I'm gonna ask you to send me your contact info. Please send me your contact info where I can reach you in case I need to speak to student, to student. All right. So please send me your contact info where I can reach you in case I need to speak to student. I usually don't call student unless I have some important things that I need to talk to. Okay. Also, don't forget to update your information in the JACnet system, right? Because if you don't have the correct information on the JACnet system, then the faculty and staff couldn't communicate with the student. So make sure that you update your information in the JACnet system, okay? This one, and send me your contact info where I can reach you in case I need to do that. So I'm gonna send this email to you. That way you can, where is this? What happened? Here we go. JACnet system, right? So I'm gonna send this, okay? Send. All right. Okay, so this is how you communicate with me throughout the semester, through messages link on the top windows, okay? By the way, for the certificate, remember I mentioned earlier in the syllabus that you need to complete 3 certificates. Here we go. There are 3 certificates. Google Prompting Essential, Google AI Essential, and Accelerated Job Search with AI. This one takes about maybe 4 hours, and maybe this one 3 hours, right? So I will explain you in detail later on throughout the semester, in the few days after the semester start. But to give you an idea, these are the 3 certificates, okay? Google Prompting Essential, Google Essential, and Accelerated Job Search with AI. We probably will do this in week number 2, and we will do this in week number 3, and we will do this in week number 4. Okay? Thank you. All right, so now about the course requirement, let's go to the next one. Assignment, I think we talked about that. Okay, your course grade will be determined based on the following grade scale. Okay, this is pretty much the same across the college, so make sure that students understand this, right? Monitor your progress. You can check your grade throughout the semester by clicking the grade book. So every day or every week, I will be grading your assignment. So make sure you check your grade, your progress report in here, right? If your grade below 60 or 70, make sure you stay up to date as soon as possible. Especially you are taking summer course. Summer course is very short and it has a lot of materials, because normally we cover this course for 16 weeks, which is 4 months. Now we compress it into 1 month. So every day you need to spend at least 2.5 hours, depending on your background and skill. Some students may spend less time than that because you're already familiar with the computers, technology and computer concept. All right, so on average, I would suggest you spend 2.5 hours every day, and then on the weekend, maybe you can take a break. That way you don't get too stressed out. If you need it, then you can review. So you don't need to study again on the weekend. You just need to review. All right. So we want you to succeed in the course. So I will do my part, and you also need to do your part. So be sure that when you enroll in this class, you have the time and the commitment and effort, right? So you can be successful in the course. All right. So textbook, we are going to use this Open OER, Open Educational Resources, right? The name of the website is this one, learnfree.org. So you need to click here and then go here Okay, make sure you create an account, right? You need to create an account. I already created an account. I would suggest you use STC email, okay? I'm using my personal email here, but that's fine, right? But for you, I would suggest you create this using STC email, okay? So the material are in here, okay? So let me give you an example. For example, computer basic. For computer basic, once you create an account, you need to go to the computer and view more. You will see computer basic here, right? And then basic computers, right? For the Office 2016, the tutorial is in here. So I'm going to click here, go to Microsoft Office. We have Excel, right? Excel 2016, we have PowerPoint. Oh, PowerPoint is not available, but I will show you in a different one. Word, let me see, Word. Okay, well, I will give you a link. Actually, they haven't updated, that's why they don't have it. I will post that on the Blackboard, right? So apparently they haven't updated. So because recently they just moved from GCF Global to learnfree.org, and they haven't completely migrate all the material here, right? So I may have to introduction to Microsoft Word. Here we go. Here we go, right? So these are Microsoft Word, right? Word, okay. I give you a little bit better resources like a link, right? Introduction to PowerPoint here, there, right? I give you more comprehensive because here they only give you a few. Okay, so if you ask me what kind of textbook we are going to use, we are going to use open educational resources. That means it's free for students to distribute and to use, right? So in the old days, when I was a student long time ago, I have to pay about $50 to $75 per class. But now, there are more and more colleges and universities and higher educational institutions, they move into OER. This is to reduce the cost of attendance for the student. Instruction expectation, make sure you read all of this, right? Because I will try to save the time for you for this presentation. Make sure you read the student of conduct. This is important, right? Academic dishonesty, right? Make sure you read this part. Academic dishonesty, student of conduct, and the use of artificial intelligence. Make sure that you don't use AI for all of my works, okay? Because there is no point that you take this class if you use all the AI. Well, for sure, we will integrate AI in our course, right? It doesn't mean that we are not going to use AI. So use of AI 100% is completely prohibited, right? Make sure you read this, right? Unless otherwise instructed, right? Once you learn the material, then you can use the tools to help you. Because I also use AI, but I have to learn the concept first and understand the material. Then I use the AI to help me improve, okay, or to make it perfect or excellent. Okay, so student tutoring, we have 3 tutors here. You can read the information: Esteban, Reno Canchu, and Mario Ramirez, okay? And the hours, since we are closed on Friday, they are only available Monday to Thursday. All right, the topic online, we have 16 modules here. We will try to follow these schedules, right? So hopefully we can finish 4 modules per week, right? Because we are in a 4.5 weeks. Okay, I try to minimize my presentation under 20 minutes. So I guess the rest of the syllabus information, make sure you read this carefully, okay? Print it out, and if you have any question, feel free to call me. All right? So thank you and have a good semester. And I will post this on YouTube. Thank you for enrolling in this class and have a good semester.